I have recently built my first MCP server for read-only Kubernetes operations, and today I'll be showing the demo for the same. You can find the GitHub repo for this here in github.com, and then I'll be going through this, and then I'll install it and then configure it as mentioned here. So the prerequisites I have already set up: the Python 3 UV, and also the Kubernetes cluster is up and running, and kubeconfig is also up and running, is also configured. So let's check those prerequisites first. I'll be using the Klein add-on along with VS Code. So here let me check the Kubernetes cluster. So it is configured, and the kubeconfig is also configured. And let's check the UV. So we will be using the UVX, so that is part of the UV. And let's check the Klein. So this is the Klein chat. So here you can see the either from here or here you can configure the MCP servers. So currently there are no MCP servers. And then let's go back to the GitHub repo. So we have checked the Python, EUV, Kubernetes cluster, and kubeconfig. And if you don't have any kind cluster, then or Kubernetes cluster, then you can create one using kind locally, using kind and Docker. So follow the instructions mentioned here. So that is a easy way if you don't want to give a production cluster one running in the cloud, then you can as well run it in your own machine for testing purposes. Let's copy this one. So let's check this from here. So I'll be clicking this configure MCP servers, and then it created this already, the template. So let me add it, and then here I'll copy this portion of it since the MCP server is already there, and then I'll paste it. I'll save it, and then let's see. So okay, now as you can see, it's now shown as enabled, and then it will show the list of tools. So it can list, I'll show them all these tools in the demo. And this is now configured. Let's go to the chat window. So click done, and we have the chat window. And with Klein you can configure the API provider. It can be Gemini, or it can be Anthropic, Bedrock, or your own using Olam also. You can try it. Let's check the document and see. So once we have configured this, now verified, we already verified it. Now let's take this prompt, let's copy and paste it, and then let's see what it does. So as you can see, it has identified that the LLM identified that it has to use this Kubernetes read-only MCP server, and then by default it is asking for approval. So and then what it does is it lists all the pods. So this tool, let's approve, and then it has got the output, and then it is listing here. This is not very readable. Maybe let me. So we have got a big JSON output. Maybe I'll ask it to give me just the pod names. So now I got the pod names. Now let's try the next one. So the same one. So are there any failing pods? Debug why they are failing. Now it is asking to get pod logs from this one because it has identified that it is in pending status. So let's approve it. And then it's trying to get the events. So that is also another tool where it gets the events and checks it. Now it is saying that it is in pending state and debugged it. So it is in the back of pulling image. And then it also found the issue that the image name is there is a typo in the image name. And then to fix this, it has also given us a fix.